Today I'm going to be talking about my 1997 Ford F-250 brake systems. In this picture that I got from AllDaddy, you can see that my truck has a front/rear split hydraulic system. Also, my truck has rotors both in the front and in the rear. And looking more into AllData, I saw that there's another model of the same truck that has drums in the rear. This is a picture of my front rotors. My front rotors are hubbed rotors, so the rotors are not hooked up in one piece. And as you can see, they are also vented. Whereas in the rear, my rotors are solid rotors, and they are the top hat style, so they have that shape. My truck runs on .3 brake fluid, and in this image, you can see that Ford was kind enough to tell you what to do when you're trying to fill up on brake fluid. Also, I popped off the cap of my brake fluid reservoir to check the color. It turned out to be an amber color, indicating that it is fairly okay. I further want to test the condition though, using one of those brake fluid strips to see where it's at. Also, I forgot to mention that on my left front and my left rear rotors, they have a little ring going around each one, and to the touch, you can't feel the ridge as you slide your fingernail across. It's only a visual thing that you can see. So I was wondering whether or not these rotors were machined before, just assuming that it would have been like a scratch test ring going across, but you can't see any other scratches to compare the two. So it's either that or there is a regular wear from my pads onto my rotors. I could also probably check it with a thickness variation test during class later on. Here is a picture of one of my lines. This line, you can see, is armored with a coil winding. I would assume to protect it from rust jacking to the frame or rubbing against the frame, causing the line to slowly erode away, causing a line to burst. Here you can see one of my steel lines that runs on top of my rear differential and sits inside a little clamp, and it's rusting in this specific area, and this could probably pose a problem later on because as we have learned in class, this could rust jack, and it could either deteriorate or the clamp itself could cause the line to bend and prevent the flow of my brake fluid to my brakes. Lastly, here are two pictures of my bleeder screws. The first one is the one that sits in the front, and it's in a lot worse condition than the one in the rear. And I'm assuming this is because of while driving down the road, and it's potentially like it's raining, it could be hitting that and causing it to rust a lot quicker than it would in the rear.